Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot. Today is June 20, is it the 9th? Yeah, June 29th, and Mars went direct today. Some of you may not be feeling this energy, but it will be, you will start to, I feel, um, some things will start to be moving for you. I'm late. I have been running around all day getting some last minute things together for the past couple of days for the tarot on the beach. So before I get started with the spread, um, those of you who subscribe to Louisiana Lou, she's been telling you guys that it's July 4th. It is not July 4th. It is July 3rd. I'm going to catch a case on the beach if I go down there July 4th because it's going to be so packed. People take their tents, their dogs, they call all of their relatives from all around the world, and they camp out on the beach. So we're going to be there July 3rd. We're going to get there early in the morning so we can find us a decent spot to set up. You'll see our canopy and our banners out there. We're going to have tip jars, and we got credit card readers. So there really ain't no excuse for somebody to come by who gets a mini reading that can't leave us a donation. That is unacceptable. So we do expect you to come out, though, and if you don't get a reading, please come by and say hello. It'd be great to meet some of you. We're going to be between mile marker, I want to say 232 and 235. If you don't know where it's by the Bob Hall Pier, okay? That's where we're going to be, by Bob Hall Pier. There's a narrow little stretch of beach there that's actually pretty nice. There's bathrooms there on the pier. You can go get hot dogs, things of that nature. So if you're out and about, please make sure that you come by and say hello, even if you don't get a reading, okay? Make sure you come by, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick 9-card spread so we can see the influences of Mars going direct, okay? Once I get past the tarot on the beach weekend, I'm going to do the monthlies, and then we'll just go from there. But I just kind of want to take a look and see what around this Mars direct. I have Mars in the 10th house, so my business is starting to pick up for me in strange ways. I wasn't expecting some of the things that are occurring. It's really been great. Those people who have contacted me and got their etheric cord cutting readings done, please let me hear from you. Those who have received their Akashic records, please let me hear from you. Let me know how you are. You are free to go over, and I would appreciate it, to the site and leave a testimonial for me. And that's it. So let's lay the cards, a quick 9-card spread, just to see what the energies are surrounding the Mars direct. This is general, and the messages will not resonate with everybody. Dang, that's a lot of wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wands, and that's that Mars energy. But we have the moon. Now, I don't know if the moon is talking about timing, okay? So we're just going to see. Now, I can see for some of you, this is most definitely a relationship issue. And what I'm dealing with, an air sign and a fire sign. Now, if they are not air signs and fire signs, then perhaps these two people are behaving in a manner. Someone behaving kind of emotionally distant, not very communicative, or if they are communicating, their words are kind of rash or harsh, very objective, emotionless, so to speak. And then I have this queen who is all about passion and energy, and she's a real go-getter. And, if this is, you've been in a slump or something like that, and your Mars is rising, and you're starting to get your energy back, then this could represent you. But just on the surface of it, I'm looking at a air sign and a fire sign, all right? The 9 cards are, and this queen is the focus of the reading. So the 9 cards are King of Swords, 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, 3 of Wands. Then I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Wands, ending with the Moon. So this is the 2, 3, 4 of Wands. The 5, 6, and 7, and 8 are missing. I have the 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are no changes external. There are no internal changes. There is not any movement. What I'm looking at are some decisions that need to be made. And a little bit of reticence happening here. What's most interesting to me is right down the center of the spread, I have the House card, the Four of Wands, and then I have the Ten of Cups, which is, in a sense, like another house card, okay? And it surrounds this. It sits in line with this Queen of Wands. But this king who leads the spread ain't kind of feeling it, or he's not sure exactly what's happening here. And maybe he's sitting on the fence and he's not, you know, he's going, you know, he's not really present, but he ain't really gone either, so to speak. And this is about contemplation. And here I have somebody who's contemplating something, trying to decide. This is like having two options and deciding which one do I take. You know, two paths are opening up. Which one do I take? And then somebody saying, okay, to hell with it. I'm gonna take this particular path. But there's something like they're expecting the other shoe to drop, or maybe they've been down this road before and they are a little reticent, a little hesitant, which could be why we have this person presenting themselves, this king, in the manner of this King of Swords here. If this is a same-sex relationship, whomever will take the roles of the male or the female, respectively. Now, the most telling to me is I have this line, this vertical here, and this represents the past. The King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles. And these two knights are heading in different directions. This knight is heading out of the spread. This knight is heading into the spread. So something has occurred with this King of Swords. And I would take it that it is also involving this Queen of Wands, okay? This could either have been someone leaving, or some kind of news coming in quite suddenly, but some kind of event came in. And whenever I see this knight, he's charging, and he's coming in like he's going to break up something. Like, hey, wait a minute, don't do that. And so I don't know if this has been arguments, cross words said, or someone leaving quite suddenly. In a sense, it kind of reads like they both left. Maybe this is a breakup that we're talking about. But this king had something else going on. There was something else that either had been presented to him, or something else that perhaps he felt could offer him, I don't know, more, different, some kind of offer. I'm going to read on that here. But this queen is left, it looks as though in a pretty good spot, because she's got the Four of Wands above her, the Ten of Cups underneath her, and she's looking ahead to do, what it is that she is trying to do. She too has another path that has opened up for her. Something that could be lucrative in many ways, shapes, or form. There's still some animosity between this king and this queen. And that's what we have here. So I'm not exactly certain if these are two people who broke up and are trying to come back together, or considering it. But at the same time that they're considering it, they have other offers, other things, other options that they are considering or can consider. So I don't know if they're considering getting back together, or if And maybe that's why the moon card has come out. It's unknown right now. There's a lot of passion behind this. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of drive. Maybe it is two people who've been battling. Their wills have clashed, and it's created some situation here. It's really kind of an odd spread because I have, you know, well, I could say that these cards are rather positive. This can be very antagonistic in the sense that damned if you do, damned if you don't. But this is a card that kind of says that both people have been through a battle, and they are behaving cautiously and prudently. They've been wounded, and they're just trying to persevere right now. It does not read like it's a divorce, but it very well could be. It could be a separation. And again, as I say, you know, maybe they're trying to come back together. The Knight of Pentacles leading into the Ten of Cups. Whomever this queen is and what she represents in the spread, it definitely has to do with home and children, home life and children. Okay, and that could be the reason why they're trying to maybe come back together. But I just get the sense that both people are very, very tired right now. And so maybe this card, this Nine of Wands, is indicative of their taking a break. So what I want to do is I want to look at this Knight of Swords, because if this wasn't a whole bunch of arguing, then it was some kind of event that happened quite swiftly and quite suddenly. But yet and still, this Knight of Pentacles is still attached to both the Queen and the King. I don't know if maybe somebody moved away, had to move away quite suddenly. This could be a couple who separated because maybe somebody got a job and had to go quite suddenly, and has left this queen in charge of the home life. Everything seems to be okay in a sense, and maybe, you know, now the queen is like, oh, well, you know, I don't know if I can do this by myself. There's something quite not right here. These are two beautiful cards here. Like maybe the guy left and she's like, okay, well, whatever, I can do it. You know, I can handle it. And this is going to be a brand new opportunity for me to do whatever it is I need to do, because this is, you know, really what it's all about. But this card right here, I don't know. So I'm going to take a quick look at this Knight of Swords, and then I'm going to look at the Nine of Swords. I don't have any repeater cards. None whatsoever. It's funny, really, because I have the 2, the 3, the 4, the 9, the 10, 2 knights, and a king. And as I say, 2 knights sometimes can indicate fights and clashes. You know, 2 different ways of doing things, 2 different ways of thought, 2 different ways of self-expression. And definitely we're going to look at this moon. All right, let's see what the Sibilas can tell us, give us some indication as to what this swords, Knight of Swords, is all about. Because like I say, swords do represent thoughts and communications. It also represents the realm of neighborhood and community, which could be why these 2 house cards, these 2 family, you know, unit together cards have come out. But typically, to me, the knights always kind of show up as an event, not necessarily a person. Somebody's away on a trip, viaggio, or they got a business offer. Maybe that's what it was, okay? And they are looking ahead. So maybe this is somebody had to move really for financial reasons, to, you know, try to get in a better place. The Belvedere, and then conversation. So whatever this is, they had to leave perhaps quite suddenly. Perhaps this conversation is speaking actually about negotiations, business negotiations that are going on, job interviews, something of that nature. If this hasn't happened for you, it very well could with the start of the Mars direct, because of all of these Wands cards. And maybe this is what the issue is, but whatever, you know, this leaving or being away on a trip, you know, trying to plan ahead, conversations, negotiations, this happened quite suddenly. And as I said, this is an event, something that has come in that is lucrative in some way. With the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest knight in the deck, like it's been a long time in coming and it's finally gotten here. Okay. And this is this queen, I think. This speaks to me of loneliness. The sacerdote, the priest or the man alone. The melancholia, the sadness or the depression. And the l'amante male, the requited love. And so maybe this is two people who have had to separate for some reason, and they're going through a period of adjustment. They perhaps are hurt because they had to be separated for whatever reason. Maybe there, as I say, there are children involved here, because this line down the center speaks the strongest. You know, maybe, you know, sometimes this Knight of Swords can represent men who are in the military, okay? Martial law, police officers, things of that nature. So maybe this is surrounding someone who has a spouse or a loved one in the military that had to leave quite suddenly for some reason. And the queen is left at home to deal with the other things. And she's looking ahead to try to keep the home fires burning, so to speak, and keep everything together while this person is away. But there's a definite missing of the two. It does not read like, with the Sibilas on it, it doesn't read like there was really any animosity, or that it's a fight. Like I said, it doesn't read like a divorce. It reads just like somebody separated. Now let's see what the moon card says. And this whole row is each person having to make a choice. Each person deciding to go ahead and walk that path that they've chosen. Okay. But, you know, perhaps they're missing each other. Let's see what the, now the moon. Oh, wow. These are three very odd cards to me. And I'm not quite sure what they're trying to tell me. I don't know what they're trying to tell me on the moon card. They just don't fit together. On the moon card. Okay. Coming on the moon card, the three cards, the Dottore, the Denari, and the Deliranti. Now, we know that the Dottore is someone who is in a capacity to give assistance, a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, you know, somebody who's in that, you know, where we go and we need services, when, you know, somebody in that capacity. This is a learned person. Denari, money or security, but then, yeah, security, financial security, but there's also security in other ways. But then the Deliranti makes no sense to me, because on the moon card, I would have to take it exactly as it is, the negative context, stupid actions and stupid behaviors. Now, I really don't know what this means, because this is the card of hidden things. This is the card of fears. This is a card of deep emotions at work. This could also represent the shadow side. It can represent fear, because even though it's a luminary, the moon, even at its fullest, and it's bright at night, it still doesn't illuminate things like the sun. So, and I'm looking at the imagery of the card. I have these three creatures, the dog, the wolf, and then the crustacean. The dog represents our everyday kind of side that we show everybody, the loyal, friendly kind of person. The wolf is the one that will just do whatever it takes to survive. And then the crustacean comes up, surfaces out of the water. These are things that are kept under lock and key, so to speak, under that hard shell, but yet it's surfacing out of the water, out of the depth of this pool. This almost kind of reads like there could be a third person coming in on the horizon. I don't know what that means. I hope the message helped. I don't know. I'll see you again. We're going to be making videos on the beach. That's a very, very odd reading. I'm quite puzzled by that. But this is coming with the energy of the Mars direct. So maybe when I come back and do the monthlies, this story will be continued. And maybe it's already making sense to somebody out there. As if there's a hidden danger in accepting help from someone. Not a hidden danger, but it's kind of like, I don't know what that's saying. There's something not quite right with those three cards. This is what I can tell you. Coming on the moon card, those three cards together, it's a very, very strange combination, and something's not quite right. All right, that's what I have, and we'll be uploading some videos from the beach. And so I'll see you soon. Until next time, namaste.